Hola, mi amigos, mi amigas. This is Kaypacha with the weekly Paleo report. This is an astrological forecast for the week of July 9th, 2014. Today's Wednesday. Moon is in Sagittarius. It's moving in to Capricorn by, a little later. Thursday, Friday. What we have, going on, the big thing here is the full moon at 20 degrees of Capricorn, opposite that sun at 20 degrees of Cancer. These guys have been moving along. The sun's been moving through Cancer since, the solstice on June 21st. So this Cancer on Saturday also, besides this full moon going on, then it quickly goes into Aquarius after that by Sunday and Monday. She goes into Pisces. So we have this Sag now, not for long, then Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. The last four signs of the zodiac, like the most cosmic, transpersonal, universal energies and forces kind of really at play here. Kind of the culmination of this whole evolutionary cycle that the moon goes through every month, starting with Aries, ending with Pisces. So here we have this full moon at the Cancer-Capricorn axis at the same day that the planet Mercury moves into Cancer from Gemini. And the other thing that's going on, of course, then is that this full moon is not alone. Hello, it's happened to be square the moon's nodes. North node at 24 Libra with Mars at 23-24 Libra. Mars is conjunct the north node of the moon and the south node of the moon over there in Aries at 24 degrees of Aries, not far from Uranus. So this is, again, this same thing going on. Cancer, Capricorn, Pluto's up there, Jupiter's been down there, right, squaring these nodes, and Mars and Uranus. This has been going on like all year. And it's time to wrap it up. It's time to finish it off. And the full moon is about illumination. Yes? Illumination of relationship. It's the polarities. So we want to look at this Cancer-Capricorn polarity. It's the security axis. It deals with Cancer, emotional, family, roots, my own personal inner securities and emotional security. Capricorn, Pluto's been moving through there. The moon's going to conjunct, Pluto, and then come into this full, this full phase. And it's going to illuminate all of our security issues. This can be a time when we feel all of our insecurities bubbling up. Capricorn is physical, financial security, about my reputation, about what people are saying about me, about what people think, and about my, position in the world, my vocation, my career. So we have this, this Cancer, Capricorn is also, like I say, it's family, it's roots. It is, we can change friends, we can change jobs. We can move to different, cities and different states and different countries, and, we can change a lot of things, but you don't change your family. You chose this family, you chose this DNA, you chose this tree, you chose these genetics. You chose that family history to incarnate with these parents and to have these offspring, these children, and these siblings. So this whole family tree these are deep issues that a lot of it happens in the first 3 years before you even really start walking, talking, thinking, or doing very much of anything. A lot of it even happens in the womb. And of course with astrology we say that a lot of it has happened before the womb, because we have this reincarnation and we have prior lifetimes. And we've been incarnating with these souls, with these family members, with these people for eons. And the karma goes deep and the roots go deep. And it's square. This axis is square. The first house of self. And that creates this tension. I have to define myself at some point within Yes, there's no escaping, like I said, this family dynamics. And in order to have a fulfilling what? 7th house, North Node, Mars partnership. Yeah? You know, it also involves, this is the cardinal cross, houses 1, 4, 7, and 10. And you want to look at anything that you've got in your chart around between 20 degrees and 24 degrees of the cardinal signs. See what this full moon is hitting, what these nodes are hitting, what Mars is hitting as it comes around. Because this is a time to define yourself, like I've been talking about for a few weeks, yeah? In a new way, in a different way. And that when we come around to our first Saturn return at age 28, 29, this is a time where we really, again, Saturn rules Capricorn, okay? And Capricorn rules, you know, the authorities and the external authorities of our childhood. And this 28, 29 is when we make this real burst forward to open and become our own authority. And so we really look at age 7, 14, 21, 28, and it goes on with that 7-year cycle, 35, 42, 49, 56. These 7-year periods, if you're in one of those age groups right now, you're also dealing with these Saturn issues, and all it has to do is maturity, growing, taking responsibility for my own keep, for my own home, for my building my own nest, creating my own security. Yeah? And in order to do that, it requires resolving, coming to resolution, coming to peace with my mother and my father, my grandmother, my grandfather, my siblings, because these are the deepest roots from past lives coming in. And these are the things that are really deep shadow elements within ourselves. And we see some of the more unpleasant aspects or issues or fears are brought up by those who are closest to us over a long period of time, going way far back before our ego was so fully formed and structured and we had, you know, this idea of who we are. So our childhood is really big, and as the sun moves through Cancer now, yeah, from June 21st till July 23rd, the sun moving through Cancer, yeah, is shining a light on all the baggage that we've been carrying since childhood, having to do with mom, having to do with dad. And it affects our relationship with our partners. Yeah? You know, you got to really look at your relationship with the parent of the opposite sex is really a big, you know, that relationship has big overtones and big impacts. Yeah? To the relationship with the opposite sex in general, and of course within your particular personal relationship. Yeah? So we've got these, you know, these issues that bubble up between parents and children. Yeah, but being a good son, a good daughter, then also our own children reflecting back to us anything else that is unresolved. And then, of course, brothers and sisters, we've got this thing happening on the side. As Venus moves through Gemini into a perfect trine. Venus is trine Mars at 23 degrees, 24 degrees of Gemini to Libra. And so this is really an excellent aspect that just indicates this harmonious exchange of communication, non-violent communication, the possibility of resolving, of coming to peace, of finally settling ancient, old issues and things that you might think are from childhood or you might think were from a couple years ago. But you know what? The roots of that drama, the roots of that challenge, yeah, with these people, actually, the roots of it go within yourself, within your soul, back a long, long, long time. So this is a time of really bringing issues up to the surface, emotional issues, security issues, identity issues. and how I want to be seen, how I want to stand in the world as a mature adult and elder, able to really carry and be something affecting the greater world, the greater reality outside myself. It's like you got to sweep up your own porch, you got to, clean your own backyard, and then worry about the world out there. So this is just a week of sweeping, your own porch. Yeah, raking your own leaves, looking at your own family, your own personal world, your own deeper emotional issues. And then, this moon moving through Aquarius, it comes out, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that full moon is over. You get illuminated, you get lightened up. The Venus trine Mars says that, you work it out, you talk things out, you talk things through, resolve these issues, and then we really go forward in a whole new way, as next week the Sun comes around and conjoins with Jupiter, and they go into Leo, and boom, things are really going to lighten up. Jupiter has been in Cancer for the last year. It's in its final degrees. They're called critical degrees. 29 degrees of Cancer. Jupiter's moving through 28, 29 degrees this week, getting ready to go into Leo. And that critical degree says this is your last chance, last opportunity, get it together, finish up the family business, finish up the past, clear out the closets. So, I encourage you, pick up the phone, get in touch with, open up the old stuff so that you can really release it, really let it go, have those conversations, have the illuminations and go, oh wow, and own more responsibility for having created whatever, violence or abusive or, challenging relationships with family members. You just own more and more and see how you co-created it, what you wanted to learn from it, so that you can come into a state of compassionate understanding, letting the other person off the hook. I learned that lesson from you. Thank you very much. I'm not saying you got to be, lovey-dovey with everybody. It may be that your resolution involves, okay, we're at peace now. We don't really need to have a lot of, I see the purpose of this relationship is fulfilled. It comes and goes. But resolution is coming to a peaceful state within yourself of, I said everything that I needed to say. I said the truth, the whole truth, and I didn't embellish it or exaggerate it or blow it out of proportion, just the truth, right? This is this moon in Sag. You come into the truth, today and tomorrow, so that Saturday you can express that truth. And then that truth opens you up and sets you free. So, the mantra for this week is, how I stand within the world does not change overnight. The roots of the family tree go deep, and I must dig to see the light. So what, if you just meditate on that mantra, you can kind of get this sense of, we have an idea of, oh, I want to be this, or I want to be that, or I'm going to stop, talking like that, or I'm going to stop acting like that, or I'm never going to do that again, or blah, blah, blah. We can make all these mental ideals and resolutions, but until you deal with the underlying causes and the underlying sources which lie deep within the emotional body, which can only be accessed through the feelings, and that feelings and family just go together, the big F. You got to dig down in there to the past, to the roots. Then you can Then you'll be a new person. Then you'll make the change. And then you'll just see the light. So how I stand within the world does not change overnight. The roots of the family tree go deep, and I must dig to see the light. Happy digging. You know, after you dig, of course, you can put a little fertilizer in there, a little compost. Don't forget some water, you know. And don't forget to prune that tree. Sometimes you need to cut off, you know, some of the branches. Anyway, have a good time with the whole thing, you know. And, you know, just clear the stage, clean the stage for this Sun Jupiter going into Leo. It's coming up, so wrap it up. Namaste, aloha. So much love.